Greetings, my dears, in love and light. I'm Nikki Sutton. How to summon a UFO where you live. Now, if you'd like to support this channel via Patreon, the link is in the description and you can get bonus weekly videos from me and more. Okay, so how to summon UFOs where you live. Now, you needn't go to a UFO hotspot to see a UFO. You can see one anywhere you like. And I'll describe how. So some common UFO hotspots in the UK are the Liverpool area and Wiltshire, and in the USA, Wyoming and the state of Vermont. Now, people often see UFOs in these areas, and there's other UFO hotspots too. But if you have the right frame of mind, you can summon them into your reality. Now, I've been seeing a lot of UFOs at the moment because I've been summoning them into my reality. And they appear like white orbs mostly. So a large white orb looking thing in the sky. Now, you'll see other things like obviously stars and satellites that they say are satellites. I'm a strong believer that this is UFO traffic that's been briefed to go slowly across our skies as to appear like a satellite. Yes, they're satellites, but some of them, they just look a little tricky. Sometimes they veer off course a little bit. Sometimes they even vanish. Sometimes they look rather large as well. So sometimes when you're seeing a UFO go across the sky at an even pace, in a straight line, it might be a satellite, or perhaps consider it some other craft that has been briefed to appear like a satellite. Also, SpaceX has been sending a lot of stuff into space recently, and everyone gets very excited about it, but no one really knows exactly what it is or what they're pretending it is anyway. So there's been some new rather large additions in the sky, so it may be something to do with SpaceX and perhaps setting up some kind of weaponry orbiting the Earth or something like that. So these are other things that they could be. Obviously aeroplanes, but aeroplanes, they tend to flash in different colours. So if you're seeing a largish white orb in the sky and also observing its behaviour, for example, if it's there and then it disappears, that's a clue it could be a UFO, and that's like the ones that I and my partner have been seeing recently. Now, the numbers of UFOs in our skies have been increasing recently, and I'm a firm believer that this is because our planet is in a transitional phase from the third to fourth density, or raising in vibration. We're experiencing an ascension. So these beings come here to keep tabs on us, perhaps help out subconsciously, provide downloads, watch over us, help channel us, and they can appear to you as sort of a comforting sighting as well, which I will get into. So some of them might be human Earth craft actually, because of the secret space program. Obviously they've had these technologies for years, but they want to keep us dumbed down in this society, good little workers in society, not knowing any better, sort of trapped in the 60s or 70s era, but with smartphones. And while we're trapped in this existing paradigm and all these other technologies are advancing and advancing without our knowledge, be aware that some of the UFOs you see are perhaps human craft as well as extraterrestrial craft. Now, if you're summoning extraterrestrial craft into your reality, it will seem like they're sort of there for you. They will appear there and disappear as if on purpose to show you. If it's a human craft, then it will be going by or something like that. It's not likely to be appearing just there for you. It probably has some other agenda anyway. So, number one on how to see extraterrestrial craft or UFOs is to invite them into your reality. If you invite the possibility that you will see one, then you're far more likely to see one. If we're resisting it or believing that we won't see one, or that it is unlikely to happen to me, then the probability will reduce. Because our extraterrestrial friends telepathically know what stages we're at. They are not to infringe on our free will. They follow the law of free will in this reality. So they won't just appear to someone who doesn't believe, although this occasionally happens. So if you invite them into your reality, you're more likely to see them more frequently than if you didn't. So believe that it's possible. I know it takes time to build up belief, but just dare to believe. Be open to it. And once you've seen one or two, you'll definitely be believing, and believing helps. So they pick up on your vibes, and they feel your vibes. And you're telepathically communicating with them when you're asking them to come. When you're inviting them into your reality, they can sense that. They have ultimate access to the unified field, the Akashic records and the mass consciousness, all of these things that are integral part of one with creation. They know the vibes you're sending out, and they know if you are willing to see them so that they don't infringe on your free will. So that is step one. Not taking any action just yet, but just having a thought to yourself to invite them into your reality, and that you are willing to believe and accept that it is possible, and they will come. Number 2 on how to see a UFO where you live is to go outside, obviously best outside, otherwise you'll just be looking at the ceiling. Go outside, either on your own or with a friend. Now be aware, when there's more than one of you, it has a doubling effect. The energies are doubled, the vibrations, the signal being sent out telepathically is doubled, but they need to invite it into their reality too. Otherwise it's going to be a blocker for you. And know that some of these UFOs are actually guides of yours who may not be physically incarnate in this reality, but can phase in and out of this reality. It's a bit like having spirit companions, and yet they're from another place or another origin within the universe, within this galaxy or what have you. Right, so step 1 is to meditate outdoors if you like, or you can start off indoors. Meditate for about 20 minutes. Now it's important to meditate because you're lowering your brain waves to that of the alpha state. And in this state, the conscious mind interferes less in what you're doing. It's not questioning so much, it's not getting so excited. And it's a subconscious mind where our spiritual abilities really come from. And your telepathy will be greatly activated that way if you meditate first. So if you're doing it yourself or with a friend, meditate for 20 minutes first. Focus on the breath. When thoughts come, just gently see them come and go. Don't get judgmental or frustrated with them. Focus on your breath, and after 20 minutes, be ready. And then you go outside, or if you're already outside, just peer up at the sky. Look up at the sky. You can choose one point if you like, or you can look around a little bit, whichever. And then speak to them within your mind. And if you're with a friend, it's best to agree what you're going to say. But in your mind, invite them into your reality to show themselves in the sky in love and light. Invite them in love and light, and send out that thought to them. As you do so, be aware of the collective consciousness of the earth, because when beings come towards the earth and enter the earth's atmosphere, they're joining the collective consciousness of the earth. So be aware of the collective consciousness and send out that invitation in love and light to come into your reality. And then keep an eye on the skies for about 20 or 30 minutes, and hopefully you'll be lucky and they'll come along. If not, just repeat the process another time until it works for you. Number 3 on how to see a UFO where you live is to have a group meditation. Now, as I say, the more people who are open to having this experience and able to invite this into their reality, the more the vibrations are increased, the more the telepathic message sent out is increased. So do the following. Oh, and as a side note, this can be done in the day or in the night time, because many of the UFOs I've seen recently have shown up in the daytime or in the early evening when it's still light. So collect with your friends outside in a circle, ready to meditate so you're nice and comfy. Next, set the intention to make contact with your extraterrestrial friends. Now, sit in silence for about 20 minutes. Each of you focus on your breath and become very calm and relaxed. Become aware of each other in the circle. Mentally connect with each other sitting there with you. Then, become aware of the oneness of creation. Really experience the oneness of creation. Next, feel the collective consciousness. Tune into the collective consciousness of Earth. So just to backtrack, firstly, you're feeling or becoming aware of your friends around you. Then you're feeling and becoming aware of the oneness of all creation, and that's very important because it really sends you along. And then you're feeling and becoming aware of the collective consciousness of Earth and really feel it. Now, as you become aware of the collective consciousness of Earth, start to tune into any extraterrestrial beings that are there. Feel them there and sense them there, and begin to connect with them mentally. This is all while you're still meditating. Next, it's time to open your eyes and raise your eyes to the skies and take a look. Okay, so in each of your minds, invite them to show themselves in love and light with you today. Next, it's time to communicate with our extraterrestrial friends, and you can do so within your minds, but it's best recited together in unison out loud. And you can say something like, we invite our cosmic friends in love and light to show themselves to us in the sky today. And repeat this 3 times quite slowly. And then wait for about half an hour or however long you like, gazing up at the sky and keeping an eye out. And it's always good to have a good camera ready with you to capture your sighting if it does occur. Now, if you want to tweak or mix up any of these exercises to tailor it to whatever works best for you, then go ahead, as long as the intention is there. So as I said, once we started doing this, the UFOs began appearing in the skies to us more and more. And actually it would happen when we were very happy or in a very good mood. So me and my partner had been out for the evening, had a lovely time, and on the way back to the car, there we saw a beautiful large orb UFO in the sky right there. And we were like, oh my gosh, that's a really big weird star. And then it blinked off, blinked on, and blinked off again, and it was gone. So being of a high vibration really helps. So it's a bit like synchronicity. Once you start realizing it's happening and inviting it into your reality, it happens a lot. And as you're doing it in love and light anyway, you know that they're positive beings that are showing up for you. So good luck with spotting some UFOs. It really is wonderful once it starts happening. Just invite it into your reality, and it's wonderful to see them. Oftentimes it's a hello from our extraterrestrial friends who are there to support us and support Earth at this time. So leave me and others a comment if you've seen a UFO, and remember to click subscribe if you're not already a subscriber to receive regular spiritual inspiration on your journey through life. Like and share also, because we're raising the mass vibration together. So go now in love and peace.